Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Tinubu rescued Oshomole but turned his back on Obaseki. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. I want to say a big thank you for your huge and massive support. God bless you. We really, truly appreciate you. If you have not given us the thumbs up, please do. We appreciate you. And if you have not subscribed, we do also appreciate that. Please do subscribe. Now, we are getting the news reaching us at the hour that Tinubu has rescued Oshomole but turned his back on Obaseki. We've heard the news is no longer a news at this time. Since yesterday when it was released that Obaseki was disqualified under the platform of APC to contest to become the flag bearer of APC in September 19 election. The primaries of APC will be taking place on the 22nd of June in a few days' time, less than a week. Less than a week or about a week from now. So Tinubu is the national leader, and the report reaching us is that he rescued Oshomole and turned his back on Obaseki. Don't forget that Tinubu has political ambition for 2023, and he needs Oshomole in no small way. And remember when Oshomole was to be disqualified, when Oshomole was to be asked to step down as the chairman of the party, Tinubu was there to support him and to back him up and even gave a statement. But right now, Tinubu has turned his back on one of the governors elected under the platform of APC. There are reasons, like they say, there is no smoke without fire. And when two elephants fight, you look at it very well, there was something that instigated the whole fight. Anyway, let's get to the news and get all the details. Godwin Obaseki, the embittered governor of Edo State, had his moment not too long ago and almost brought down Adams Oshomole, the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress. Mr. Obaseki, other APC governors and some ministers from the Southwest has put in all their political might in a plot to remove Mr. Oshomole before the commencement of the party governorship primaries. And of course, that appeared to be the safety route for Mr. Obaseki to easily pick the APC ticket to run for a second term as Edo State governor, after a once promising relationship between him and Mr. Oshomole became horribly sour. Back home in his Edo State, where he has served before as governor, Mr. Oshomole has been suspended by the local chapter of the APC and thoroughly discredited in the state, obviously through the prompting of Governor Obaseki. Time was ticking against Mr. Oshomole. In a matter of days, he would be kicked out of office as the APC chairman, most people had concluded. And just in the nick of time, Bola Tinubu, the man that is highly regarded as the party national leader, stepped in and said, those who are plotting my Oshomole's removal saw the national chairman as the obstacle to their 2023 political ambition. The chairman has been a tireless campaigner and mobilizer for the party. He has steered the party through difficult elections. His contribution should not be undervalued now that the breaks of elections are behind us, Mr. Tinubu had said. Mr. Tinubu said it would therefore be an act of ingratitude to remove the APC chairman. It is no secret that the chairman and Edo State Governor Obaseki are in disputes. This is unfortunate. However, the party has moved through proper proceedings within the proper organ of the party to hopefully resolve this spar, he said. The sea became calm quite quickly and safe for the APC chairman after Tinubu's statement. Nigerian politicians share a common belief: if you do not finish your political enemy, if you give him a breath, he's likely to come back with every strength he could mastered and with every weapon he could lay hands on. And also the fight gets dirtier. You could actually be fighting under the rule. There is no rule. Mr. Oshomole survived the plot. He gathered some strength, and with Mr. Obaseki's disqualification on Friday from contesting the forthcoming APC governorship primaries in Edo State, it seems he has now taken his pound of flesh from what the governor did to him. Oshomole Obaseki's political fight has been on for several months. In fact, it became an open secret in June 2019 that the two leaders were at war with each other. The fight divided APC in Edo State and crippled Edo House of Assembly, where 14 elected lawmakers out of the 24 are yet to be inaugurated several months after their election. The 14 members are loyalists to Mr. Oshomole. Governor Obaseki, in order to take complete charge of Edo politics, kicked Mr. Oshomole loyalists one after the other out of the political office. But in the latter days, when it became clearer that Mr. Oshomole and his supporters were closing in on Mr. Obaseki, some of the governor's aides, including the chief of staff, resigned from his administration. Mr. Obaseki and other APC governors met with Bola Tinubu recently to seek his position resolution of the Oshomole Obaseki's rift. Though I cannot quite exactly tell you what Tinubu said because I was not there, but it's clear he took sides with Oshomole by insisting that they should go and do direct primaries with the COVID-19 challenge that we are facing. Mr. Obaseki's spokesman, Osage, told Prime Times Friday evening, shortly after Mr. Obaseki meeting with Mr. Tinubu in Lagos. Joe, an APC chieftain in Lagos and a strong supporter of Mr. Tinubu, wrote on Facebook, but they are in Edo, not in Lagos. They should do their thing, apparently mocking those who had boasted that Mr. Obaseki was going to turn on Mr. Obaseki was going to turn on Oshomole, unlike the former governor of Lagos, Akinwumi Abadan, who failed to secure a second term because of his disagreement with Bola Tinubu. Please, fear, PMB, and Oshomole, these are not small boys. Mr. Agbekon added on his Facebook page. When the national leadership of APC announced that the party will use direct primaries against the indirect primaries conversed by Obaseki to choose their governorship candidate in Edo State, it became obvious that Mr. Bola Tinubu and others properly concluded with President Muhammadu Buhari has turned their back against the Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki. The disqualification may just be a confirmation that Obaseki has been abandoned to face his fate. On June 12th, a few hours after Obaseki's disqualification, Mr. Obokun again took to Facebook to celebrate the development. Please know that APC is not PDP. Men in APC are not boys. Sometimes they take hard decisions to send strong signals out there, he wrote on the social media. Prime Times asked Obaseki's spokesman if the governor felt betrayed by Mr. Tinubu. I won't know. I will tell you that was his response. Mr. Obaseki initiated initial statement said through his spokesman, Mr. Osage, appeared as though he has given up on Mr. Oshomole and APC. We have decided that it would be effortless to appeal whatever unjust outcome of the evaluation and screening process of the APC will be, especially when Comrade Adams Oshomole has declared that he is the Supreme Court and ultimately determiner of the fate and future of the great party. The governor's spokesman, Mr. Osage, said in a statement, "We wish Obaseki well in his mandate of the party and trust that the Almighty God will help our country to find path of true liberality, freedom, and justice, he added. But when Prime Times contracted Mr. Osage Friday evening to ask him specifically if Mr. Obaseki was leaving APC, he said the governor has not said so. Mr. Obaseki has told his supporters to remain calm and wait for further directives, Mr. Osage said. Or Mr. Obaseki, as it is now, has the opinion of heading to court to challenge his disqualification. He could also get the ticket from another party to contest the re-election. The chairman of APC in Edo State, Aslam, a loyalist to the governor, gave an indication that may be Mr. Obaseki's direction. In a statement last night, Friday, he said APC only stopped the governor from using its platform, not from contesting the election. He vowed Mr. Obaseki will contest and win. Nigerian politicians share another common belief that 24 hours before the election is enough time for the political maneuver to take place and that anything can happen within such availability of time. The governorship election in Edo State is in September, about 3 months from now. Mr. Obaseki still have enough time to pull out his last card. My people, I don't have anything to say, but you've heard it. Please leave us a comment, like, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button. God bless and bye for now.